Last time we studied about HIV, and they asked me certain questions which needed us to study something about blood. And when we are studying about blood, there's something which I saw that it needed us to come to the lab here. Now we are studying about blood. This is a tissue. It's a liquid tissue found in our body. Now, blood has compositions. Now, components of blood. We have the plasma component. We have the plasma composition and we have the cellular composition. This plasma composition, it takes 55% of the whole blood. Then the cellular composition takes the 45% of the whole blood. Now, blood, if you don't know blood, this is our blood. This is blood. If you don't know the blood, this is our blood, which we have drawn from a patient. Now, that blood we have seen, it has two components. One is the plasma component, one is the cellular component. Now, the plasma component, we want to see, before we continue with this plasma component, we want to see how to separate, how to get these two. We see the plasma and we see the cellular component. How do we do it? This is how we do it. Now, this is the whole blood. We are going to separate and we get two parts. One part will be the plasma component and one part down we shall get the cellular component. We use this machine, the centrifuge. It helps us to separate the two. So as we wait for our sample to be centrifuged and we see the two parts, let us be continuing to test with our topic. We are studying about plasma component. We are studying about the plasma component. The plasma component, here we have what is composed of the plasma. Actually, see, this is 95% of the plasma composition is water. Then the rest is the 5% is the other things, as we are going to see, other components. In this plasma, what do we have there? We have what we call the electrolytes. We have the electrolytes. We have the plasma protein. Here we have the nutrients. Here we have the wastes. And there are so many others like the hormones. We have the enzymes. We have the gases and organic molecules, etc. These are the things which are composed in what? One of the things, majorly. Majorly we have these four. Majorly these four. But even these ones are also in that, in the plasma. Now, let us look at the electrolytes. What do we have? The electrolytes, they are of two types. We have the cations and the anions. The cations and the anions. Now, under the cations, we have like the calcium, we have magnesium, we have the potassium and the sodium. Then under the anions, here we have sulfates, we have the phosphates, we have the bicarbonates, we have also the chlorides. We have the chlorides. Our sample has finished to separate. It has finished to separate. Let us see how it has separated. So this is now the whole of this is blood. But blood is composed of two parts, two components. We have the plasma component and the cellular component. This one on top is the plasma component, which is the topic we are on now. Then down here, That is the cellular component. The plasma component, it is pale yellow in color. So the upper part is the plasma. So this is what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the components of blood. So we have now separated them, and this is how it is. Yeah, we can now continue. Chlorides. Yeah, these are the electrolytes. We have these ones, the cations, the positively charged, and the anions, the negatively charged ones. Now, we are done now with electrolytes. Now we have the plasma proteins. Plasma proteins, plasma proteins. Under plasma proteins, we shall look at the albumin. Actually, among the plasma proteins, this one, among the proteins, it takes 60% of the whole of the plasma proteins which are found in the what? In the plasma. We have the globulins. Globulins. We have also the fibrinogens. The fibrinogens. Now, here when we look at the albumin, this albumin, it is actually it has 60 it is composed of 60%. Actually, its function here, it is for transportation. Now, for example, if you are injected drugs, those drugs they will bind to this albumin, and this albumin will help that blood to be transported all over the body to where it is needed. So many things are transported in blood using albumin. There are so many things, the ions, the Hib, most of them. So this one is responsible for transportation. Apart from that, this albumin also helps to regulate the osmotic pressure as it reacts with solids. It reacts with salts like the sodium chloride. It reacts with the salts like sodium chloride, and this will help to regulate the body, the plasma osmotic pressure, hence regulating the amount of water in the body. Now, also, it actually even naturally we sometimes use it to any emergency times of when somebody is in anemia. So sometimes we use it in transfusion. Another thing we can talk of globulins. Now globulins they are of three types. And to know these three types, there is a machine we use. Well, actually, here we do a test called electrophoresis. We do electrophoresis. This electrophoresis will help to distribute, and we get these three types. The first type is the alpha globulin, we have the beta globulin, and we have the gamma globulins. Now, when we look at the alpha globulins. These ones you can see they are like we have the glycoproteins, we have the mucoproteins, and we have also the polymuco. Majorly, that one. So these are the globulins, the alpha globulins. Then the beta globulins, these are carrier proteins. These are carrier, they are just carrier proteins. Like the transferins. Like the transferins. So, and now the gamma, we have the gamma globulins. The gamma globulins, these ones, they are, we can call them, they are immunoglobulins. And when you see this immuno, this is immunity thing. So these ones are responsible for protection. They are responsible for protection. Now, that's all about the globulins. But what you should know that these immunoglobulins, they are, as their characteristics, of the globulins, they are insoluble in water, but soluble in diluted. They are insoluble in diluted mineral salts. They are insoluble in water, but they are soluble in diluted mineral salts. So the next plasma protein we are having is the fibrinogen. This one is responsible for making a clot. These ones, they make a clot, so they help us in wound healing. What is it? These ones are responsible for wound healing. So they help us to make a clot. They work in combination with the clotting factor, the clotting factors towards and the platelets. So these ones work in hand with these ones, the clotting factors, the platelets, and the vessel walls to bring out all about clotting, to heal the wound. So that is it, all about the plasma proteins. Now, the next is the nutrients. What we find in the plasma. This is the third. Now, In the nutrients the nutrients, when you eat food, it is broken down physically and chemically, and we get the end result. The end result, they are the smallest components which the body needs. These are the ones we are calling the nutrients. These are the nutrients like amino acids, the glucose, fatty acids and glycine, and the vitamins, plus the mineral salts. We have the waste products. Waste, these are wastes. Now, there are wastes we find in the plasma. Now, example of these wastes we have like we have the uric acid, we have the creatinine, we have the carbon dioxide, we have urea. These are the wastes we find in our plasma. And then others, like as I mentioned, the hormones, the enzymes, the gases, and many others. So that is plasma. Next time we are handling the cellular component. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, comment your question, and like. Thank you for listening.